Okay, let me just check whether we are live.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it says it's streaming live now on Facebook.
Oh, you saw it?
Yep.
Okay, we are live. That's good. Hi, hi UI community. So we are once again doing an outliers interview. So it's a Friday night. Thanks for joining. So if you are watching us, can you just type 666 into the not so good 777 into the chat group. Okay, let's just wait a while for people to come in.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I will share this now with into the Telegram. So okay. Telegram, Telegram. Okay, I'm not sure whether there are people there already. I'm just refreshing. Okay, if you're watching this on Facebook, can you just type in 777 into the chat group? Okay, we have 12 people on it. 12 people. Can I know who's actually watching? Can you just type in 777 into the chat group? Nice, nice. Hi, Alan.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Hon. Hi, hi. Okay, we're just gonna start in like 2 minutes time when we have more people joining. Okay, actually, this is a very I would say beneficial session because we are learning how to be happy. Actually,
Yep.
in this time and space, right? I think being happy is really actually interesting.
Yep.
So for me, maybe just an introduction how I managed to get to know Xiu Yan. I think Xiu Yan actually attended one of my investing course many years back
Yep.
and in Malaysia. Yeah, then after that, we sort of get connected on Facebook and Facebook friends. Then I start to see that she has been doing this Facebook page called Be Happy Now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very regular in posting all the different quotes and some very interesting stories about how to be happy and stuff. And I sort of get hooked on it. And I realized that actually this is very beneficial
Mm-hmm.
for anyone. Sometimes you just need to learn to be happy actually. you know
Yes. It's
so
a
so I
skill.
think that's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a skill. So then I start to chat with Su Yan and start saying, hey, can I invite you over to our community and start talking about this for a session. And she gladly accepted this. So this is how we come about with our outliers interview with Su Yan. Okay,
Yep.
so okay, now we have about 20 people. Okay, we wait. So if you have been watching us, on the outliers, we would like you all to actually share and also comment on this post, because remember, for the most engaging participant, we actually have a special gift for you. Okay,
Yep.
and this case, Julian has gladly sponsored two of her books, okay, which we will actually send it to you. So please like and share this post, and when you share, remember to make it public, not share to yourself, so that more people can actually benefit from this.
Yep.
Okay, so without much further ado, I should start with the proper interview. So let me just do a quick introduction. Okay, so good evening, everybody. Today is another session of UI Outliers interview. And this is me. My name is Paul Chan. I'm the co-founder of Ultimate Investing. Okay, I'll be the host tonight. So allow me to share a little bit about Ultimate Investing if you are new to us. We combine fundamental, technical, and also options strategies to allow investors to gain an unfair advantage. Okay, so please give us a like, comment, or share this podcast. Your help actually goes a long way. So today we are actually happy to have Xu Yan. Xuyen, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, then you pronounce it
Okay.
correctly. Yeah.
Okay, Xuyen with us to share about her journey to be happy now. So
Yep.
Xuyen is actually a certified life coach and a happiness coach in a way.
Yes.
And her goal is actually to help others to have a happier mindset in order to achieve success and lead a more meaningful life. So before we invite Sylvian, we'd like to introduce that there will be a prize at the end of the session. So remember to share and like this post. The most engaging participant will get 2 books from Sylvian.
Mhm.
Okay, and the result will be actually announced on our Ultimate Investing Facebook page. So please check it out. So without much further ado, let us actually introduce Sylvian online. So Sylvian, how have your day been?
Great. Thanks, Paul. I think really happy. It's Friday. I think hope everyone's happy as well. The weekend is here. Yep.
That's nice. That's nice. So let's us just start into maybe give the audience a little bit introduction about yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
also you are author of actually 2 books, and your
Yes.
first book is called Be Happy
Happy
Now.
now. Yep.
Yeah, and you also actually started the website BeHappyNow.my.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe let us have some background history. What prompts you to do this?
Yeah. So thanks, Paul. So I'm really happy and excited to be here in this talk today. So I really wanted to share my experience to see how I can help any of you out there be happier and feel more resilient. So actually, the reason why I got into writing books and becoming a life coach was because I actually went through a divorce about 6, 7 years ago. And I think once you go through such a life-changing experience, it does force you to think, how can I make my life more meaningful and more purposeful? And I did not want to let that single event to define my happiness. I felt that there was something more that I can achieve. And so I actually challenged myself. I said that, okay, I'm going to take a coaching course and I'm going to see how I can coach myself to be happier even after this, difficult incident. And then I also thought that, when I was young, I always had a dream of writing books. So I was like, what is stopping me from going ahead in my dream? So again, I challenged myself again to write the books. And it was very meaningful because I felt that after going through this process, I was able to use my experience to help others. So people often come to me talking about their issues, whether it comes to work, relationships. And I find that it makes my life even more meaningful. So when you help others, it actually helps yourself as well. So I think that it was very important for me to see how it could change people's perceptions on happiness, because sometimes we rely too much on money, on other people to make us happy. And I think that this is something that I want to play a role into making others feel happier about their lives.
Okay, hey, thanks, Yuan. We were so excited that I forgot to show the PowerPoint that we did.
No
Okay,
worries.
I'm gonna just share the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to know more about Shuyan's what she does, so there's www.behappynow.my,
Yep.
and there's a hashtag BeHappyNowMY, and then there's also a Gmail that you can actually reach out
You can
to.
follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn as well. Yep.
Yeah, actually, I find what is most interesting is the Facebook page that you've been doing. I see that
Yeah.
you have been posting almost every single day.
Yes.
And how long has that been going on?
Okay, so again, I want to see how I can inspire all of you in this call. So actually, it only happened because of when COVID happened. So all of us were locked down right in our house and feeling really bored and very miserable. But I felt that I actually saved a lot of travel time because I used to work in Cyberjaya in Malaysia, and the traveling time is very long. I think I save about 2 hours in a single day, and I felt that with this 2 extra hours, what can I do with my time? Because I do not want to spend my time, watching Netflix and just doing nothing. So I decided to challenge myself again to see that, okay, let's see if I can write a post on a daily basis. So that is what I did. So if you go to my Facebook page, you will find that every single day I will post a message, a self-help message to see how I can motivate others. And the post is very short. It doesn't need to be very long. So I think what I learned is that you can turn something negative into something positive for your life, and it could, and again, help someone else as well. And surprisingly, it has touched others, and especially you, Paul. That's why you reached out to me to do this talk today. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people talk about a lot of different topics, but being happy is something that is not so much, although I think everybody seeks to be happy,
Yep.
but not so many people talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not an easy just think about it. Be happy now. I mean, seems like three very simple words,
Simple words. Yeah.
but actually the effort and the things that go behind it is actually so much more uh, in depth,
Yep.
right? So you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that you actually went for a course
Become a
to
coach. Yep.
become a coach, but the happiness part is more like your own discovery, is it?
Yeah, so good question. So actually, so after the divorce, I actually read a lot of self-help books. I attended a lot of talks, and yeah, it was a journey of self-discovery because I was very passionate in terms of because everything how we see our life is based on our mindset. So if you have the right mindset, it doesn't matter like what challenges you go through, you're able to see it in a positive light. So that's why your mind is actually very powerful. So this is something that I found very fascinating. Yeah.
I see, I see. Yeah. So I'm gonna just introduce the audience into your two books. Okay,
Yep.
so the first book is called Be Happy Now.
Yes.
When was that written?
About 4 years ago, like that. And
Okay,
then the second book was about 2 years later. Yeah.
okay. So maybe you can let us know briefly the difference between these two books. What is the main content in Be Happy Now and versus what is in Being Happy in Tough Times?
Yep, sure. So in Be Happy Now, I realized that you can see that, when you are young, your parents will tell you, oh, you need to have very good grades before you can be happy. Yeah. And then when you get good grades, then your parents will say, oh, no, no, you need to be happy only when you get into a good university. And then after that, when you go into a good university, you say like, oh, no, I cannot be happy yet. I must get a good job. So it feels like you're always postponing your happiness. It's like it's never ending. The chase is never ending. And even when you get into a good job or a good company, you feel like, oh, I need to get promoted, I need to get bonus. So you're like on a hamster's wheel, you're just constantly going. So what I'm trying to say is that in Be Happy Now is that you shouldn't live in the past or you shouldn't need to wait for the future. You can actually be happy now because your life is always going to have problems. Your whole life will never be, you'll never be satisfied, like in a sense. So if you do not know how to be happy now, it'll be very hard for you to be happy in the future. This is something that I really hope your audience will take away from today's talk as well. And then regards to being happy in tough times, so like I mentioned, I went through that divorce. So again, you can actually turn something difficult into something positive. And it doesn't mean that if you're going through a tough time, you cannot be happy. You must learn how to see the silver lining. You must learn how to take that energy and turn it into something positive as well. Because even though you go through a tough time, there may be things that you can learn. You won't grow if you are constantly in a very happy and comfortable place. You only grow in challenging times. So if I were to ask your audience, I'm sure all of your audience have gone through very tough times. And so if you look back in your past, the only time you grew is only when you were stretched and when you were in a very challenging period. So that is actually take it as a time of growth for your own life actually. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's very true. I mean, one of the gurus I heard about, I forgot who said it, say that
Yep.
when you're uncomfortable, you're actually growing. But the
Yes.
thing is, a lot of people is resistant to the fact that I don't want to
Correct.
be, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be out of my comfort zone. So a
Yep.
lot of time we are actually restricting our own growth. So in a lot of ways, yeah. But okay, so maybe let me just relate a bit. Being happy in tough times. I think 2020 was really some of the toughest time for a lot of people
Yep.
because of COVID.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that, and or have you got some tips for people to be happy during COVID times? I know for information, Suyan is from Malaysia,
Malaysia.
and now
Yep.
we are actually
We're in a
having
lockdown.
the lockdown. Yeah, so she's stuck in her home for a long time. So
Since
any
yeah,
tips for
March
that?
last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. Again, I think being happy is also finding meaning and finding purpose. So I find that during COVID, I read a lot of books. I actually took up Chinese. Always wanted to learn Chinese. You must find meaning in your day-to-day routine. If not, you will feel very bored and you will feel like very miserable. And I think most of the time, why we feel miserable is we're always focusing on ourselves. Yeah. So the other way you can actually help yourself is to see how you can help someone. So for example, if you know your friend or if you know a family member who is feeling very sad or depressed, going through this COVID, reach out to them. And actually, when you help someone, it actually helps you as well because you are able to have that connection and relationship. So even though you are physically isolated, you can still reach out to your friends because I think in times of COVID, what people find challenging is that you can't go out, you can't go to your usual place. So just be creative, find other ways where you can, make yourself look forward to your day to day, learn something new. I see a lot of people, cooking new dishes or learning a new language. Find something that would, motivate you to wake up every day and look forward to it. You cannot have a pity party because you need to change your mindset from being a victim to a survivor. Because if you're constantly feeling sorry for yourself, you're not going to help matters. You need to change that mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, on that topic, so we talk about some people like become depressed and stuff like that.
Mm,
So actually, I think that's very true because when I think depression is caused by it's a spiral. So when you
yes.
feel more pitiful about yourself, then it just get worse and worse, and then you're digging a hole deeper and deeper. So
Yeah.
what Joanne say is definitely true. If you need help, you need to reach out to
Yes.
others
Mm,
or family members or even some hotlines, in Malaysia and Singapore, there are hotlines that you can call for that. So I think that's also part of the part of being happy. Like, it's like seek
mm,
help. I think that's one of
yes.
the skills we need to acquire ourselves with. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so in tough times, and I understand that you are actually coming out with a third book.
Yep.
Okay. Is it okay to disclose the title of
Yeah,
the book?
sure. It's
Okay.
called Be Happy at Work. So
Okay.
again, I was inspired to write this book because I found that a lot of people were suffering a lot of mental health issues, working in a workplace. And it's not easy when there's a lot of pressure to perform. And then sometimes, you may have a really tough boss or very challenging colleagues, and then you get a lot of mental stress. And I was inspired to write this because I see actual cases of my ex-colleagues, from my friends, and I was so inspired that I felt that I needed to write what I can based on my own experiences as well. So because I've had ups and downs in my working career, so I thought, hey, why not? If this could be useful for people to read, I'll definitely put in the effort to write the book.
Okay, so I think a lot of us, except me, I quitted the
Mm,
working life with about 6 7 years ago, 7 8 years
yeah,
ago.
very
But
nice.
when I was working, I like to say that because when you are being working, you are paid to do certain job, right? It's like
Yeah.
um it's never easy lah. So I always imagine myself on a bed of nails.
Mm,
Okay, so you
mm,
know those I don't know those Indian guru, but those nails, bed of
yeah.
nails, and then
Yeah.
you are on it. So I say that usually we are happy at work, right? When we manage to distribute our weight
Mm,
over the whole nail, over the
yep.
whole bed of nail. So you
Mm-hmm.
are okay lah, it's bearable. But
Yep.
sometimes, right, when your boss poke you or when your colleagues poke you
Yeah.
or something, like suddenly you shifted there, yeah, my left hand is more painful. Or
Yeah.
yeah, my right hand is more painful. And that's when you feel, yeah, I want to quit my job. I want to look for passive income. I want
Mm,
to get out of the rat race and stuff like that.
mm,
But actually, to me, right, my advice to a lot of people is actually, right, if you can make yourself happy at
mm-hmm.
work or at least bearable, okay,
Yep.
then you should continue working. Well,
Mm,
on the same time, you work on your passive income streams to
yeah,
grow
that's
your
right.
second income, like investing or do whatever, doing selling things online and stuff. If you can manage both of that, I think that's good because,
Yep.
for example, we teach people how to invest, but the first thing you need to do for investment is you need to have a capital. So the
Yep.
capital can come from your active working stream of
Yes.
income.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm not an advocate for people. Hey, just quit your job. Back up
Yeah.
plan. It takes me 3 years before I decided that I really want to quit my job,
Mm,
and I
okay.
make sure that I have my passive income built up and stuff like that,
Mm, yep.
so that I can do that. So I think there will be some tips, not on the financial side, but on more how to be happy at work in your
Yep.
upcoming book, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. May I know when will it be coming out for that?
So it should be coming out in the first half of this year. So I mean, it's ready, but I just need to finish the design, the formatting, and the publishing. But it should be ready by the first half of the year. Yep.
Okay, okay. And I understand that it's gonna be through maybe an online distributor. Um,
Yes.
okay.
So I
So
plan to make it available at a book depository. So once I get more details, I'll definitely share with you. Yep.
okay, sure. So for all those people who are interested, right? Okay, we can definitely let you know this information on how to purchase this book. Be happy at work.
Yep.
Okay, so can I just check with the audience, how many of you are actually happy at work? If you're happy at work, right, can you type in 111? If you are
Yeah.
not so happy in work, you type in 222. I just like
Yeah.
to see a poll, and we have actually some questions coming in after our
Yeah.
colleague.
Yeah. I'll be more than happy to
Yeah,
answer the questions.
because for Facebook Live, it takes a while for the question to come in. So maybe let's take the first question. This is
Sure.
from May Yap. Okay, May Yap
Mm-hmm.
is actually one of our community member, our insider,
Hi,
and
May.
he's asking, how do you think positive when
Mm-hmm.
you are actually feeling negative?
Okay. So I want to first say that thank you for the question. So actually, our brain is we have a negative bias, and why we have a negative bias is, if you think back to caveman days, your brain is not designed to make you happy. Your brain is actually designed to make you alert to danger, right? So the problem is that our mind, we have 12 to 16,000 thoughts a day, and most of it, 80% is negative, 95% is repetitive. So we need to overcome this negativity. So like what she mentioned, how can I turn my thoughts into becoming more positive? The first thing I would say is learn the art of gratitude. That's one. So you have to overcome this negative bias by actually writing down what you're grateful for every single day. So say for example, for like me, before I sleep, I always rewire my brain in terms of thinking, okay, what went well today? So you can write at least three things. And when you do this on a daily basis, your brain will be trained to look out for the positive things. So that's one. Make it a daily habit to become positive. And secondly, if you're worried about an issue or if you're worried about a problem, write it down. Write it down. What is it you're worried about? And then analyze what steps can you take to make sure that the issue becomes better, or how can you solve the issue. Most of the time it's because we are thinking so many thoughts in our head, and then we are not able to articulate what is it that we are really worried about. So you really need to address exactly what is the problem and take action. Your stress level will reduce once you're able to take action. But don't forget that our brain has a negative bias. So if you want to become a positive thinker, please start your habit of being grateful every day. So just do a simple gratitude exercise before you sleep, and then it will transform your life. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Yuan, for that. I think we all learned that being paying
Grateful.
grateful, yeah,
Yeah.
is very important. And also, it's like it's quite amazing when you say that our brain are actually not wired to be
Happy. No, it's not.
happy in a way. So
Yes.
that's why it makes it even more important for us to train ourselves to be
Yes.
happy. Because I mean, I read some books on that, like there are chemicals in the brain,
Yeah.
different chemicals that actually some can actually make you feel happy. Example, eating chocolate to some people make them feel happy at for a short period of time because
Yes.
it actually release a certain chemical in the brain.
Yep.
Yeah, and doing some exercises after you sweat it out, you also actually helps you to become more
Yeah, which is good.
happy.
Exercise is good. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all the things. Yeah, so key one of our insider is saying, oh, very true, Suyan. So totally agree with you. Nobody seems to want to comment whether they are happy at work or not happy at work. I don't see any 111 or 222, but I see someone say, oh, they are ups and downs at work. Yeah, so I think everybody sort of go through this. There are
Yep.
some period of time where you're happy and some period where you're not happy.
Mm.
So in your book, do you touch maybe instead I'm not disclosing too much, but do you touch
Yeah.
a little bit on this sort of things, like how you manage, like example, manage your boss or manage your subordinate? I don't
Yep.
know.
So, I mean, personally, I've had a lot of experiences dealing with difficult people, dealing on difficult projects. I think the main thing is that when you see a problem at work, don't see it as a problem, see it as a challenge. Why I see it as a challenge is something that you can use your creativity in terms of how you overcome it. Because if your work has no problems, then the company has no reason to hire you, you know. So you are there to actually to help solve the problem. And the problem, I think the issue is that most of the time people put a lot of stress on themselves. Yeah. And actually, stress can be good for you in a way, but you need to know how to respond to the stress. So say if some of you are very perfectionist, you want everything to be perfect, cannot have mistake, then you're putting too much pressure on yourself. That's why it becomes very difficult. Yeah. And I think the other thing I want to highlight is that it's okay to fail. You know, most of the time, I remember I had a project once, then I also have very high standards, you know. I want to make sure everything goes well, and I did all my planning, you know, A to Z, everything, covered everything. But then there was something unexpected that happened. So of course you can say, what should you feel about it? But I told myself I really did my best, and that was something that was out of my control. So even if it failed, it's okay. The main thing is that when you fail, you must learn how to get back up. That is the most important thing. I'm more impressed by people who are able to pick themselves up instead of people who are always winning. Because when you're always winning, it's very easy, it's very easy to feel happy. But if you're able to pick yourself up, even after you have failed a project, even if after your boss has like scolded you or whatever, that's where you show resilience. Resilience is about how you can bounce back after a difficult situation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so being resilient is something I think we all need to learn
Mm.
in this time and space, because
Yep.
the world is changing very quickly. We are
Correct.
seeing new things that we have not seen before. I mean, I'm not sure whether you've been following. I mean, for the investing community, right?
Mm.
Past week has been this story about this stock. It's called GameStop,
Mm-hmm.
and what happened is a group of retail investors like you and me actually
Mm-hmm.
gang up to fight against the big boys, the hedge
Mm.
fund manager, and
Yep.
they are winning now. So there are some people who is making a lot of money. The hedge fund manager some actually went bankrupt and stuff like that.
Oh dear.
But then what happened is a lot of people in our community is like, so should I join and do this? To me, I call it gambling lah, to
Gambling.
gamble, do this and stuff like that. But so I think I think the question we need to ask ourselves is, are we happy if we do it? If you do
Yeah.
it just for excitement and stuff like that, but end of the day, are you really happy when, let's say, if you make money from this side of
Yeah.
investment now? So
Mm.
it's something which I think mindset, our own mindset, where we
And your
need to be
values
clear,
as well.
and
Mm.
values, we need to be clear what we want,
Yep.
and also we need to have a certain principle so that we are not easily swayed by other people. And
Correct.
sometimes I think for being happy, right, is always talking about being true to your own values. I think
Yes.
that's also something like, if you have a certain value and I ask you to go against that value,
You
naturally
will
you
not feel
become,
happy also.
yes,
Yep.
naturally you become very unhappy. But if you're doing work that actually aligns with your values and stuff like that, then you'll be actually very happy doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's my insights into it. Okay, we got one more question from Hon. Okay, Hon
Mm-hmm.
is saying, do you have a morning routine for you to supercharge your happiness level for the day? Like, do you have a secret routine to share with us? Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for the question. So I'm actually an early sleeper. So um, I think before you can even be happy, you must learn how to take care of your basic health. So I know it's very tempting to sleep late. You know, after you work late at night, you just want to watch Netflix, just go on your phone, social media, and all that. But the quality of your sleep might be affected. So what I do is I try to sleep early, and then I wake up early. So again, it depends on your body schedule and body rhythm. And again, because of the COVID, I was able to work from home. So when I work from home, I have more time to exercise. So what I do is immediately when I wake up, I drink 2 glasses of water. I actually do like a workout about 30, 45 minutes. And then I have a good breakfast. And also I try to put in some reading and then I start my work. So I think it's very important that you find time to exercise and also you find time to just reflect and give some time to yourself. So when you wake up the first thing in the morning, don't immediately, check your email and then check your phone because then you're giving your life away, you're giving control of your life away to someone else. You need to take back that morning to put that time for yourself to actually reflect, and then just have some peace. So if you see like Robin Sharma, he has a book, The 5 a.m. Club. That's a really good book as well. So I think if each of you can have your own morning routine, just a simple one, it'll really help to make your life a bit better as well. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Yuan, for surprising. Oh, you're early riser. I mean, you sleep early and then wake up early.
I try lah. Yeah, I try to.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm also I know nobody asked about my morning routine, but for those in a community, you know that I like cycling. So about 3 to 4 times a week, I'll wake up at 4:30.
Oh, that's very early.
Yeah, and then I start my cycling at 5 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by doing that, I realized that I managed to get in the exercise, which makes
Yeah.
me feel good after that.
Mm.
And then I also managed to during if let's say if I'm cycling alone, I'm actually able to have some quiet time thinking about things. So
Mm.
sometimes a lot of things that I have trouble with or stuff like that, I actually be able to resolve it, okay, during
Mm.
my morning exercise period.
Mm. Nice.
Okay, so that really helps me.
Mm.
And at some point in time, let's say if I feel very frustrated and stuff, I will do this thing called body scan
Mm.
meditation. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a 10-minute body scan just to calm your mind and stuff like that. So I talk about that in the community,
Mm.
asking, let's say if they are trading and then they are feeling very like unsettled. So if
Yeah.
you need to calm your mind, what can you do? So that's something
Mm.
that I practice myself that
Okay.
actually helps. So yeah. So for Xuyen, it's more for about sleeping early and waking up early and has a time yourself,
Mm.
not surrendering your time to your emails, to your messaging and
Yeah. Don't check your office email the first day you wake up.
yeah, true. So having
Yeah.
that quiet time is really good for actually our
Yeah.
okay. That's very interesting. Okay, actually, Xuyen, I've got a question now.
Yep.
Money and actually happiness.
Mm.
What's your view on the correlation between this? Is it true that we are going to be more happy when we have more money? What's your view on that? Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very good question. I think money is often used as an indicator of success because it's a metric that is easily quantifiable. But then we must not use money as the indicator for our happiness, because if you use money as an indicator, it's just a means to an end. There will always be someone who has more money than you. So studies have shown that after you earn a certain amount of money after a year, your level of happiness will not be changing much. So you say like lottery winners, right? So normally when lottery winners, they get a big cash windfall, but after that, their level of happiness goes back to the same. So the main thing is that you should not sacrifice your mental health or your physical health just to get more money. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much money you have, if you do not know how to be happy, it doesn't make a difference. Money is, of course, very important for you to have financial freedom and for you to have security when you retire. But you again, just think carefully in terms of what are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing your personal time? Are you sacrificing your family time? Because at the end of the day, on your deathbed, you don't want to be saying that, I wish I had earned more money. No one ever says that. Normally you will say that I wish I had spent more time with my family, or I did this or I did that, or just at least go for holiday. But I think just know that money is good. Of course, it's useful for us to have financial freedom, but make sure you're not paying a price that's too high to get that money for yourself.
I see. Yeah, interesting. Actually, I've read studies on that. I actually very much into that topic, money
Mm,
and happiness, because at a relatively young age,
mm,
before I even reached 30, okay, I'm pretty lucky. I managed
mm,
to climb the corporate ladder pretty fast, and
mm,
I'm actually getting quite a good income even before I'm 30.
mm.
Okay, I managed to buy my first condo even before I'm 30 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but the thing is, I start to realize that the more money that if I'm chasing it, the more money that I earn doesn't mean that I'm more happy. In a way, it's just like I'm clearing more shit for the boss only. So in a way, I start to say, is there a way to actually earn money and at the same time also be happy? So that's
Yeah,
what drives me to start to look for passive income,
yeah,
investing, stuff like that.
that's good.
So
Yeah.
I think to bring back to what Suyen is saying, the fulfillment curve, I call it a fulfillment curve, right? It's like you need a certain amount of money to
Yep.
get your basic needs covered and stuff like that, a little
Mm,
luxury maybe.
mm,
After that, right, you reach a point where even more money will not make you happier.
Yep.
Actually, in fact, more money will make you even more unhappy because you have to start worrying about money. I mean, we
Yeah.
heard so many stories about millionaires, billionaires, the family having issues, fighting over
Yeah.
money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important what students say, be clear of what you want and really be careful that you're not really just chasing money for the sake of chasing money because end of the day you will not be happy. And like what you clearly pointed out, on my deathbed, I'm not gonna say I wish I had more money.
Yeah. No.
So this is really something is very, very, very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So any questions from the okay, there's another question from Mark. Okay, Mark Long.
Yep.
So he's asking, what do you think that true happiness reveals itself through love? Okay, well, this is going a bit into the relationship.
Relationship.
Okay. So, do you have any comments on that? True happiness reveal itself through love. I think that's the comment. So he's asking whether you agree with this comment or you have any thoughts on that. Yeah.
I think when it comes to relationships and happiness, what I would say is you must learn how to be happy on your own first, because before you can learn to be happy with someone else. I mean, of course, most of the time you feel very happy you meet someone that you love and you're with someone. But the problem is when you rely on someone to make you happy, your happiness becomes too dependent on this other person. And say if you break up with this person, then your whole identity will disappear because so much of yourself is rooted into another person. So you must know how to be happy on your own before you can make someone else happy. That means you must not expect someone to fill up your, any deficiencies inside you. Learn how to be happy together as a couple and share your life together. You cannot, blame someone. It's like, oh, you're not making me happy, or because of you, I'm not happy. I mean, of course, it's normal to have all these arguments in a relationship, but always know that you should learn how to be happy on your own. And yes, of course, you can find happiness when you find your true love, but don't rely your identity too much on that other person as well. Because if anything happens, you know that you can still be happy on your own. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's very interesting. Actually, I like to draw the analogy between like we mentioned finding happiness through love and finding happiness through money. I think it's the same thing. First, we
Yep.
need to learn to be happy ourselves.
Yes.
Then after that, we go for the money or we go for the love. Because without that, right, then like I said, the more money we have doesn't mean that we are happy, but we can be happy in the first place before we start getting more money. The
Yep.
same thing happens with love also. It's like even
Correct.
if you are single, you don't need to be find someone to make you happy. You need to make yourself happy first before you find someone. And actually, to me, it's more like when you find someone, right, and when you're happy yourself, right, to make myself happy, right, is giving love that I'll be giving is more in terms
Genuine. Yeah.
it's more genuine and it's more rewarding than receiving sometimes.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's how happiness works. It's like I said, unfortunately, we are not trained to be happy when we are born. Yeah, maybe as a baby lah. But after that, as we grow up, we start to see that we are not happy, and we have to constantly train ourselves to become happier or how to block out certain, let's say, negative people and stuff.
Yeah.
So actually, I got a question about workplace also. It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe y'all can comment into the chat group. Okay, sometimes when you work in a big company, right, there are definitely colleagues that you don't like one. So it's like some people are like a plague. They walk near, right, then the whole group just disappear already. Some people just have that special powers.
Yeah.
So
They
if you
stuck
have,
out the energy vampire.
yeah, energy vampire. So if you have that sort of teammates or colleagues, right, can you just type in 333 into the chat group? I see whether anybody. I used to have that in the companies that I work with.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering what are the ways that we can sort of deal with this type of people. Some people is like completely avoid, but then also not so nice. It's like they're still your colleague. Some people is like I just find excuses whenever they talk to me. I go somewhere and stuff. Like that. Have you got any good tips for that?
Yeah. So it depends on how complicated the person is. But the first thing is just make sure if the person is, you will find there's always someone in the group that will always like to complain about things, complain this is not good, complain this is not that. I would suggest you do not participate in this session of complaining, because you will then also become a complainer yourself. And so that again is a victim mentality. So normally if I have a difficult colleague like that, of course I'll still be very professional with the colleague, but I'll also try and see if there's any way I can extend my help. Because normally why they are negative, why they are very bitter is they themselves are actually in pain or they are hurting themselves as well. So of course, if again the colleague doesn't want your help or is still very bitter and negative, then try not to spend too much time with them. And also just make sure that you still stay professional with them. There are some people that you just can't change, unfortunately. So it could be your boss or your colleague. So I would say protect your own energy, protect your own space. Make sure you do not give your happiness to someone else. So for example, if I were to ask you, Paul, would you give your key to a stranger, the key to your house to a
No.
stranger? No, right? Yeah. So why would you give the key to your happiness to someone else that is so negative? You know, the problem is we let other people dictate how we should feel on every day. You know, oh, you know, I don't want to go to work because my boss is going to. You need to know how to design that internal environment. That means you protect yourself despite the chaos around you. It takes a very strong mindset to do it. But I believe that if you train yourself, if you're able to inspire yourself, you can do it. Then
Okay.
you will not be affected by all this negative energy around you. So no matter what happens, you're still able to go through life. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So I don't know. You call it energy vampire. Is it? This
Yeah.
one.
Those
I,
people.
I just call them toxic people lah.
Yeah, toxic people, yeah, the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So end of the day, right? I when I was working, is I try to just like focus and just like say don't partake in this all the
Yeah,
complaining
lor.
and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah.
And try to sort of keep a distance lah, because I know that negativity actually can
Spread.
actually spread to you.
Yeah, very
So
contagious.
so so yeah. So May, one of our viewers is saying, surround yourself with happy people. I think that's really a good tip actually. Yeah, you surround yourself with happy people.
Yep.
And now like for myself, I've adopted a dog for about 2 years.
Oh,
I
that's
think
nice.
whenever
Yeah, pets
I,
are very good.
I
Yeah.
deal with deal with my dog, I'm very happy because the dog will never complain.
Yeah.
Well, he barks, but then
Very
end of the
loyal.
day, loyal and always looking up to you for food and stuff like that. So that's something very simple, and that really helps to increase my happiness level. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something which we are quite blessed with. I mean, we can have pets and stuff like that.
Yeah, pets are
Okay.
very good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we are coming to almost to the end of the interview already. So if you all got any more questions, please just type in your last few questions for Xiu Yan. In the meantime, maybe I can just ask Xiu Yan as like I don't know, some random questions.
Yeah, sure.
People are curious. How tall are you, Xiu Yan?
Oh, not that tall, about 164 centimeters, about 5 feet
That's,
four.
that's,
Yeah.
that's, that's okay, okay. Because you look
Yeah.
very lanky. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for some questions to come in because Facebook there'll be some lag. But
Oh, okay.
before we do that, maybe what I can do is I think previously I asked Yuan if there's one code that you need to share with people, what would that be?
Mm-hmm.
And Yuan actually shared this code with us lah. You can see on the screen, right? It says that
Mm-hmm.
don't wait for the past or for the future to be happy. You can already be happy now.
Yep.
So maybe Xuyen, you want to just give us a more insights into this favorite quote of yours?
Yeah. So I think sometimes some of us, we are either living in the past or the future. So sometimes in the past, it could be, you know, you've gone through something very traumatic. That's why you are feeling depressed. Or it could be you're still thinking about, you know, the better times last time. That's why you're just living in the past. And I know a lot of us, including myself, sometimes I live in the future as well. I'm always worrying about the future, what's going to happen, you know, what's going to happen to the economy, what's going to happen to my life, what's going to happen when I retire. So um, our mind is never in the present right now. So what I would say is you can still plan for the future, like, you know, your goals, you know, what you want to do, but don't live your whole life in the future. You need to know how to enjoy the present moment as well. because again, as I mentioned, if you do not know how to be happy now, you won't even be happy in the future, because there's always something to worry. There's always something that that will pop up in our lives. So I think the key message is, don't wait for the past, don't wait for the future. Just learn how to be happy right where you are right now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Xuyen, actually, I think your sharing, right, has inspired a lot of the audience. And Mark actually asked, how did you become a happy coach? So is there any coaching classes conducted by yourself to be happy? Yeah,
Well, I do one-on-one coaching. Yeah, so I do that as well, and of course, I write the books. But in terms of how I became this, is because of my really strong passion to help others to become happier. And how I actually achieved this was because I went through a very tough time in the past. So you cannot say that, I'm always very happy. That's why it's so easy. I had a very easy life. That's why I could be so happy. Is actually I changed that negative energy into something positive, and you can use that pain, harness that pain, and change it into beauty. So I would say that if any of you are going through a tough time right now, always ask yourself, what is good about this, and what can I learn from this? No tough time is ever wasted. You can always change it into something else. It's only up to you. It's your choice on how you want to deal with that difficult situation.
I see. Yeah, so for Mark, I've actually typed have Xuyen's Facebook link, so you can private message her if you
Yep.
are interested to know more about the coaching and stuff like that. So you all can do that. And so yeah, you're right. Actually, tough times. I heard this saying, tough time don't last. Tough
Yes.
people does. So I think
Yes.
one of the, although it's a bit intuitive, is in order to be happy, right, we also need to make ourselves tougher,
Yes.
because end of the day, when we are tougher, right, then we can face our
Adversity.
obstacles
Yeah.
with resilience and stuff like that. So then we'll be actually be better, a better
Mm.
person and be a happier person. For now,
Yep.
we got a lot of interest already. Horn is asking, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Have you got the YouTube?
Yeah, I just started the YouTube channel, so it's just quite new. So probably I can share with you, Paul, after this. So
Yes.
yeah, it'll
Okay.
be great if people can support it. Yeah, I also
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
videos. Yeah,
Yeah, but
so
yeah, so for Horn, right, don't worry, because I think for 2021, right, Sylvian decided to push out of the comfort zone. Previously,
yeah,
she's just writing
yeah,
or writing article. Now she's starting to do short videos. So I
yeah.
think every few days she does a video. Is it every day or every few days?
Every week. So
Every week.
once a
Okay.
week.
So
Once a
once a
week.
week she does a sharing short video.
Yeah.
How long? Usually about
It's
uh,
about 2 minutes only each video.
okay, so
So
a short
yeah.
video that is
Mm,
on her Facebook, and I
mm,
think slowly she'll just put it on her YouTube. So just follow her Facebook at this moment. I think
yeah.
you'll get a lot of value. Like I said, I've been following for 3-4 months, and every time I read some of the posts previously, and I really resonate with it, and that's why I
Wow,
want to
thank
share
you.
with our community, because I think as an investor,
Mm,
okay, able to have a very clear and actually peaceful mind is
mm,
important when you make your investing decision.
yeah.
Like
You shouldn't be emotional,
rules,
right? Yeah.
one of the trading rules that I have for myself, if that day I really quarrel with someone or something, I don't really feel good, I will not trade for the day, because I know I'll
Mm,
make stupid mistakes.
okay.
Yeah. So
That's a good
having
tip.
a clear mind and always a positive mindset is very, very important. And actually, it helps you in your investing in a long way.
Yep.
One advice I is really learn to be happy,
Mm-hmm.
and learn of skills and different tools that you can use to make yourself at least be calm and be not too emotionally affected. That
Yep.
will actually help you in your investing a lot.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm.
so um, oh, okay, so Mark is now a true fan. So she's asking your Telegram blog, everything. Yeah. So
Okay.
what we'll do is we'll post all this information
Yeah.
at the end of this video. And please, if you find this useful, share it with your friends. Okay. I think
Yeah.
nobody say that I'm already happy enough. I don't want to be happier.
Yeah.
Okay. So share with your friends. I'm sure a lot of people would find this useful, and we can reach out to as many people. Like what we are doing now is just awareness. I find
Correct.
something good in Sylvian's post, so I decided to share with the community. So for
Mm-hmm.
yourself, if you want to share with your friends, they may really be very grateful to you, because some people may be going through a very tough and dark
Yeah.
times, and they
That's
just
right.
need that little help that can
That little
actually
boost would help.
a little boost to change them. Yeah. So just remember Suyin's quote: "Don't wait for the past or the future to be happy. We can actually be happy when be happy
Now.
now." So you just type in "be happy now." Okay, we need to send a reminder to ourselves. Be
Yeah,
happy now. And thank you so much, Suyen, for
no
accepting
problem.
our interview.
Thank
So
you,
we'll
Paul.
post all the relevant informations on this video, and we hope to really see you again in our community in some way or
Sure.
the other. That'll be good, and really stay safe in Malaysia. I know the COVID is not really
Yeah, thank
improving
you.
itself, but
I hope
um,
improves. Yeah.
yeah, and really a very early Happy Chinese New Year to you.
Yes. 恭喜恭喜.
Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you, audience.
All
We'll see
right.
you in about 2 weeks for another Outliers interview. And can we just thank Xiu for being our guest today?
Yep.
Thank you, Xiu.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.